Kia ora, and welcome to Friday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect New Zealand. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz, and today we lead with news that despite it rising to its highest since June, at 2.9% in the fourth monthly increase, financial markets have concluded US inflation is under control, and Fed cuts are imminent. The key benchmark rates are easing back now. But first, although seasonal factors push up American jobless claims at this time of the year, they actually rose more than those factors can account for last week. On a seasonally adjusted basis, initial jobless claims rose last week to 217,000 and above expectations of 210,000 and well above the 11-month low touched on in the first week of January. There are now 2.3 million people drawing these benefits and well above the 2.1 million at this time last year. And US retail sales were up 3.9% in December from the same month a year ago, and the fourth consecutive month-on-month rise. That takes it to $790 billion for the month, a new record high for any month. And yesterday we noted the unusually large drop in the New York Empire State Factory Survey. Well, today we can note an unusually large rise in the Philly Fed Factory Survey, the outside surge driven by new orders and the biggest jump since June 2020 and the pandemic distortions. Prior to that, it is the biggest one-month jump ever, taking the level to its highest since 1984, so a 40-year high. In Canada, December housing starts came in at a very disappointing level and undershooting the 2024 average. And the Bank of Korea unexpectedly held its key interest rate steady at 3% during its January 2025 meeting, defying market expectations of a 25 basis point cut. This decision followed back-to-back rate cuts in previous meetings, made in response to a slowing economy, moderating inflation, decelerating household debt growth, and growing political uncertainty. The move also occurred against a backdrop of a weak currency. In China, leading property developer in China's boom years, Country Garden, has now taken a place amongst the largest money losers in the country and the world, marking another grim milestone in their real estate meltdown. They have finally just reported their 2023 loss as 174 billion yuan, although to be fair, that is minor compared to the giant 476 billion loss that Evergrande reported in 2021. And the December labour force data for Australia brought a 56,000 jobs gain. But there was apparently a tough twist. 80,000 of these were part-time and full-time jobs shrank 24,000. But these are seasonally adjusted numbers. In actual fact, total new jobs were 119,000 more, with 72,000 full-time and 46,000 part-time increase. So on the ground, there was actually no backsliding, and many more people were actually in paid employment. But their jobless rate ticked up to 4% seasonally adjusted, 3.8% actual. The strength of this data has some doubting they'll ever see an RBA rate cut. And Australia said that in the year to October, their latest update, 161,000 permanent and long-term people arrived into the country. That is 12.3% more than the same 2023 year. But another 149,300 citizens returned in the year, although that was more than 6% less than the year before. Globally, containerized freight rates slipped 3% last week, with the heat right out of the China to US West Coast trade, now that the new US administration with its threatened tariffs is about to take office. Bulk cargo rates, though, rose 8% in the week, but were 22% lower than year-ago levels. They seem to be settling in at an historically low level. And the US Treasury 10-year yield is now just on 4.61% and down another 5 basis points from this time yesterday. And the price of gold will start today at $2,719 an ounce and up $31 from yesterday, and moving back towards its record high of $2,790 an ounce, where it reached at the end of October. Oil prices a little changed from yesterday at just under $79 a barrel in the US, while international Brent price is still just over $81 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today at just on 56.2 US cents and up 10 basis points from yesterday. Against the Aussie, we're unchanged at 90.3 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're down 10 basis points to 54.5 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just on 66.9 and down 10 basis points from yesterday. And the Bitcoin price starts today at $99,264 and up a mere 0.2% from yesterday. Volatility of the past 24 hours has been modest at plus or minus 1.8%. You can find links to the articles mentioned today in our show notes, and you can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again on Monday.